Good day, puppy lovers. Today I have Shanny with me. Shanny's back. Let's get her nicely groomed. All right, guys, so you have seen Shanny before here on my channel. The first time she came to me, she was in really bad shape. But the client decided to come back she's pretty matted up in the face, but it's nothing compared to what it was. So I'm really happy he's back. She's pretty matted. We're gonna give her a shave down, give her a nice bath, and let's make this girl look as pretty as she can be. I will leave at the end of this video, I will put her video, her first video when she came to me. And you can go watch that if you want to watch that one if you haven't seen it yet. She's having skin issues. Before anyone starts saying, oh, this dog, you should call, I am helping this dog. The man came for me to help the dog. And, it was only a few months back that I saw her last, so he's doing his best. There were reasons why he could not get this dog groomed. And those are his reasons, and we cannot judge, okay? But this one has skin issues here. She's flaking. Let's look at that. She's flaking here. So I'm gonna give her, I think I'm gonna give her a degreaser also. We'll do a degreaser, and we're gonna scrub it up that. Always be sure, especially when it's an older dog, to feel where there might be little warts and whatnot. You don't want to cut the warts off with your clipper. So often they'll get warts in general around on the back. They'll get some on their back. They can get some on their arms, around the neck. But you always got to check everywhere. So I'm going to start with the shaving. I'm going to, shave her completely down. We don't need to, when we're shaving down like this, you don't need to give him a bath first, because you take all the hair off. It's just a first run through. See here, she has a wart. Let me show you what the wart looks like. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to be really careful and kind of go around that. So yeah, you don't necessarily need to wash the dog first. Just take all of the hair off, then go to the tub. So if this dog has some little mats in there, but it's not mats stuck to the skin really. Maybe a little over here, but not much. So you can use your 7-blade. But if the mats are too tight on the skin, you might want to go with a closer blade. So that would be, oh my God, too much information, guys. She's doing it. Thank you for pooping on my table. Okay, so she just pooped on the table. Someone had commented that because someone on one of my videos was, oh, check this out. I'm just gonna get in a little closer here. See all of that? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that in the tub. So yeah, someone was commenting in the video that, because I had mentioned that some dogs, they might poop on the table, or they might make pee-pee on the table. And that's just, it could be a stress response. It could be, often that's what it is. It just could be that's time, it's gotta go. The client didn't have them do their doo-doos. Shanny, you're gonna look awesome after this, but it happens. She doesn't seem to be too stressed, but I guess she just needed to go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. And I don't like to use the 7-blade in this area underneath to clear this out here. That's best to use a 10-blade, not a 7-blade. Along the leg is fine with 7-blade, but if you're going into this area, all this in here underneath, it's best not. Here only on the top, right beneath her bum, a little with the 7 is fine. but just please use a 10 over here. Another area to feel is to feel underneath. See, she's got these little nipples here. I don't want to be using my blade over them, so I'm gonna kind of weave through it because I don't want to cut that off. All right, so some of you may have noticed that I usually do the pads after the bath. But the thing is if the pad is too matted up in there, I'm gonna wanna take some of that off before going to the bath because I wanna be sure that soap and everything can get in there. And I gotta figure out what's the pad and what's the toe, see? So I'm gonna reveal these toes here first. My 30 blade. I don't want to do much digging. I just like slowly kind of hook it out, if that's the word I'm looking for. I don't want to dig deep because I'm using a 30 blade, and well, some of you might be comfortable doing it. I'm just not comfortable, so I prefer not to. And then I'll go in with my finger to feel if there's anything matted in there. If anything is matted, I might go later with my scissors and try to take some of that out. But for me, that's the way I like to do it. I just like to just lightly, like I say, hook it. Like a little hook, not a deep dig. No deep dives. And you never want to come in this way flat, like this, because there's that little tendon there that you could get. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep cleaning this up. How about here? There's more there. Like that. Good job, Shanny. She's such a good girl. My. First time I saw her, guys, if you can take the time to watch her first video, she was in bad shape. But Dad came, he needed her to be rescued, and now he's back, and I'm really happy he's back, because he had mentioned to me the last time, you know, that he would come more often. Sorry about that. That he would come more often, and yeah, I'm glad to see that he's here. So this tail is pretty matted up, and usually the way to go with this is to brush out the best you can, and I'm gonna soap this brush up after. I'm not going to come back and brush her with the same brush, but I'm going to try to take some of these mats out with the brush before the bath because I want to open everything up, make sure that I can get to the skin and I can clean out the hair properly. And I'm just lightly tapping like this. You want to hear the brush? Maybe if I put the microphone next to it. A little ASMR. Yeah, there's some good brushing to do here. And I might just cut some off too. I might cut some off before her going in the bath. I'll do that now. I'll stand her up. Stand up, honey. Stand up, honey. Stand up, honey. These pups, you have them stand up and they don't want to stay standing. So I'm just going to cut some of this flag off. Okay, cut that out. Throw it out. And I'm going to brush some more. And then when she gets to the bath, I can get into that skin. Into the hair. That's pretty good. See, she's got some of that flakiness going on her tail also. You know, that could be due to all kinds of things: age, allergies, diet. But guys, there's a lot of hair on this brush. This is so satisfying, guys. Look at that. All right. So I'm going to get in there with some scissors also because I want to be able to clean this area out properly. So I'm going to take a lot of that off first. You know, I'm just going in approximately. I'm just taking out just extra, you know, some of that debris is coming off. I'll be able to get in there better, you know. I'm just gonna take some of that off. And I'm only using these little nipper scissors here. It's gonna look funny, but I'm just coming in and taking off the excess here. Just the excess, because less hair, less brushing, less drying, less, you know, less everything. She just wants to sit. So I'm just contouring the ears, quick. And getting rid of some of the knots. You know, I'm also leaving myself, hang on honey, hang on. I'm gonna take some off here too. I'm also leaving myself, she just wants to lay down, hon. Hey, hon. I'm also leaving myself some extra hair here, you know, so that I don't want to cut as short as I want to go, right, for the finished look. All I want right now is just to get rid of this, and I really don't care how choppy it is, because it'll be so nice in the end. This is just to get rid of some bulk, guys. That's all it is. Bulk and knots and stuff like that. Let's see if she needs a little brushing. There, lightly, maybe a little here. All right, we're gonna go take a bath, honey. You need to be washed. Let's see your teeth. Okay, those teeth are, okay, so, wow, that tooth is rot to the bone. That one too. Often dogs don't like us playing around their mouths when they're like that, but it's when they're their teeth are this bad. So the thing to do is to be really careful when it comes to grooming around the mouth. You don't want to be squeezing or holding the muzzle too much, okay? All right, and those little eyes are blue too. And you got some age in you, huh? Let's go to the bath. So Shanny is an 11-year-old Shih Tzu, and she needs a degreaser. As you've seen, she has, she's got bad skin, she's got flaky skin, and she's kind of greasy. So I'm gonna do the degreaser and then also finish her off with normal, with just a 2-in-1 shampoo. And we'll see how she takes this, because she seems to be pretty squirmy. You don't want to be in the bath? Okay, sometimes the water from the bath will excite them. Calm them down, calm down. It's okay, you're all good. I'm gonna use some of the degreaser here. Okay, if she wants to get up on, hang on. Her feet are so wet, it's just gonna be all over the place. If you wanna stand there, fine. You can stand there, but you have to stand on the towel. Okay, we'll try like that, see if it works. All right, so I'm gonna just put a little of this everywhere. This, don't pull, don't pull, don't pull. Hurt your neck. You don't wanna hurt your neck. So I'm gonna use the degreaser. Give her a good scrub everywhere. And I'm also going to use, see guys, I'm just wiping up my hands so that I can get back into this jar, because I don't want to contaminate it too much, because the shampoo is in a jar like this. Okay. So once I get all this shampoo all over on her, I'm going to use that plastic, don't pull honey, go down, hun. And you got to be careful, because you don't know if they have arthritis and whatnot. You always have to ask the client how they're doing physically, right? So, yeah. No. She's fighting me. Yeah. Well, you're pushing. I don't want you to push with your, so she's pushing with her neck is sensitive. You got a sensitive neck? I'm just wetting my hand here so I can get some on the, if she doesn't let me wash between her eyes, we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna have to just use my product at the table. Okay, you're all good. I'm just gonna use this a little to scrub a W. Try to get rid of all the flakiness. My, stop pulling. Some dogs have very sensitive tracheas. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to bring her leg here like that because she keeps pulling, and we'll see if that helps. So I just brought the loop over underneath her arm here to see if that'll help her a bit. And this rubber here, this little rubber scrubber, that'll help go get all of the flakiness. That's gonna feel good, eh, Shanny? All around your neck. I'm gonna try not to touch your neck too much. Doing my best. If you're pulling, it's hard. I'm just trying to get my job done, honey. Okay, I'm gonna give her a nice rinse, and I'm gonna go in with the normal shampoo. And yeah. Yeah. You're all good, honey. You're okay. You're okay. So this is her second shampoo. Get your foot out of there, honey. So this is just the 2-in-1 that I'm using now. That'll just help rehydrate her skin and her coat, which is not much left of. A little on the tail. So we'll scrub her down and rinse her off and see you at the table. A nice degreaser and a nice 2-in-1. So let's have a look at the skin. Let's get in a little closer, see if it's a little better. I still see some. Hang on. Closer. I'm still seeing a little, but I'm gonna rub and wipe her up a bit like that. And then the hair dryer and the brush, I'll try to do a light tapping brush or comb and see if some of that can come off also. This is not gonna really fix her problem. This is just gonna feel good and make her look better, but it's not gonna fix the problem. I'm just gonna use a little of the spray on her coat here on the tail because it's gonna help with the brushing. I'm gonna use a wet brush and I'm gonna put her rubber ducky on and we're gonna clean out her eyes. Always try to disinfect your tools as you go. I like to use a little bit of alcohol on my brushes. Hey there, Miss Rubber Ducky. She just keeps turning around. You're such a cutie. Look at that small little Shih Tzu face. Look at you. Hi, hang on. Okay, Shanny, hang on. No, relax, wait. No, wait. I'm just holding her at her neck, underneath the neck here. Okay, guys. The reality of grooming, right? Okay, so this is one of those, I don't remember you being this way. Oh, but I do remember the black. Those are your feet. Her toes peel. No, you're at the edge of the table. All right, so you don't want? Oops. I got it just the same, guys. I got it. There it is. So I will attempt, how about I go around? She's gonna turn around if I go around just the same. She wants to be facing this way. Well, I just want to wash on the top. Her mouth probably hurts a lot. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. She does not want. So she really doesn't want me to be cleaning her eyes. Later I will try to cut. Her ears were very dirty, as you can see. They're very dirty. But yeah, I'm not going to attempt right now. I'll see if she calms down later and see if I can go clean that eye area. I know I got some cutting to do there, but if she doesn't want, she doesn't want. Can I do the other ear, honey? She just doesn't want to face me. You don't want to be facing me? I can do it from here. We're good. This ear isn't as dirty as the other one was, so. There doesn't seem to be any infection. There's no odor, but it's just really dirty. That one's fine, see? So see all of this debris here? This comes from the soles of her feet. I don't know if you're seeing that. Let me get in closer. See that? There's a whole bunch here. There, all the black dots you're seeing, that's from her feet. So I'm going to use a baby wipe and see if I can kind of clean those feet. It's her feet, it's the skin of her feet that's peeling off. So I'm just gonna use a nice baby wipe here and see if I can. It's not as bad as it was, guys, because when she came the last time, as I said in that other video, you'll see all this black stuff was just everywhere. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna use a little bit of Paw Magic. See that? It's all coming off. That's just dead keratin. That's all it is. See? And yeah, right where her nail is. So I'm gonna just try to get it all over her feet and get this done. But seriously, not as bad as the last time. And that happens also because if there's a lot of hair here and the skin is not rubbing on the ground, you know, it's not touching the ground. So all of that excess skin that's supposed to drop and fall off, you know, stays and gets stuck there. It can't get rubbed off, right? Because we lose skin every single day. Our skin cells multiply and, you know, so. But it's not as bad, guys. I'm happy to see that. Maybe the next time she comes around, she won't have any. We'll see. I'm going to keep you guys updated with Shanny. Just remember that name, Shanny. Shanny. I hope he keeps up with the grooms. And then Shanny comes and sees me. Oh, that's a big piece there. That was a major piece there. This could also be due to a condition. I'm not sure. You know, I'm just going with the logic of what it is. Could be, it seems like it's a condition like overgrowth, but I'm just thinking if you don't have anything rubbing, any pads rubbing on the ground, then you're probably gonna get excess that's not falling off. So before I put that Paw Magic on, I'm gonna be sure to come clean all of this out, like shave more. I'm gonna take extra care of her feet today. A pedicure, a nice pedicure. Oh, she's even got some here on that little toe here. See the other one, see? Just extra keratin, yeah. Okay, look what it looks like on the table, guys. Look at all of that. Okay, let's get this girl dried. Do you want to get dried or not? No? We're gonna get dried? Let's get dried. Hey, let's get dried. All dry. Finally all dry. Yeah, she's not too impressed with having her face dried, so, okay. So I'm gonna give her a little brush for her tail here. I'm gonna get a clean brush. Now this is a clean brush. The other brush, I gotta wash it because you don't want to use a dirty brush on a clean dog. There, all right, all brushed out. Can I see your face? Shanny's not too impressed with anything happening with her face. So I'm gonna try with this tiny brush here, just a little. And see if there's any matting in there, any knots. There are knots, so I'm just going to clear that out with my scissors. Yes. Anything hanging out, I am not going to brush out on her face. Again, this is one of those grooms where you do what you can. Here, I'll back this up here. Why does it do that? Hang on. Okay, sorry guys. Because in the sense, do as I can for the face, because like I mentioned, her mouth hurts. It definitely hurts. So, you know, that's what happens. Older dogs, they can't have them, when they're older like this, they don't do their teeth, any teeth cleaning. Vets don't. Well, here anyway, because there's always a risk for the dog to, you know, to pass. And so they just don't. I know my dog is 15 and he's got a few bad teeth. I'm trying to stay on top of the brushing. I'm doing pretty good. But, yeah. But they don't want to do his teeth. Because he's just, no, I'm just taking some of these little scragglies out here. He's just too old. We'll fix up her face after. I just wanted to be sure that there's no knots, get rid of all of the brushing. Okay guys, let's look at those nails. She had longer nails, so yeah, her nails are pretty due, so. All right, we're gonna get these nails done. All I want to do is take that hook out, right? There's a hook. See how it's like a hook? All I want to do is cut the hook off for it to come out almost flat. But you always want to go in just a little at a time. You don't want to just jump in and cut the hook. I just take a little off and I look, I assess, see where that vein is. There, that's pretty good. It'll be pretty good for till next time. When was her last groom? I'm gonna check to see when her last groom was. Pretty happy you came to see me again, honey. I really am. I'm gonna bring this in closer. This is my little mic here. You guys can hear the clipping. Clip, clip. See that big hook? Come in. It's so satisfying to cut long nails though. Now if I were to Dremel her nails, you cut first to get rid of the excess, and then you can come in and Dremel. But I'm not gonna Dremel. See that hook? I prefer using cat nippers because I always have trouble getting in there with my bigger one here, so there. You're gonna have a nice look at your toes after, honey. You wanna get that nice and hydrated. Oh, see, this one's short. Sometimes it'll happen that a nail is really, really short and you're wondering why would that nail be short? She might have even lost that nail. Sometimes the nails, when they get too long, they can get the nail caught somewhere. And then the nail, you could just yank it right out. Sometimes the nail will grow back, sometimes it won't. There, nice and short. All right, so let's do her paw pads once again. Okay, we did them before the bath, but I'm just gonna make sure I clean it up nicely here. Get rid of all of that hair so that I can put some of that Paw Magic on her feet. Her feet are looking so much better, guys, really. I'm so happy to see these results here. Coming in for another nice bath. Yeah, I wanted to check, it's true, I wanted to see. When was her last groom? Well, November 27, November, December, January, February, March, April. Almost May is almost 6 months. That's still too long, but compared to what was the last time, I'm happy to see this. Really, I'm happy to see this because the last time I think it had been over a year. Oh, way over, if not more. But as I said, you know, people go through life, they go through crisis and things in their lives, so you can't judge. I know that sometimes people are just, you know, sorry about that. Sometimes some people can be lazy and just not take care of their animals. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't get it, but I mean, It's not the same as when someone either falls sick or just doesn't have the money or doesn't have the resources. I don't know. It's belly jelly time. Let's get the belly jelly, the jelly belly. We've got some knotting going on in here. We've got some spots here, which I don't know what that is. Huh? So with the 10 blade, it's less dangerous to cut them on their little, her little teats there, the little nipples that she has there. With the 10 blade, but I'm still kind of dodging around them to just get rid of the best I can, you know, without hurting her. Never forgetting the underarms here. Hang on. You gotta turn and you gotta give me your underarm. There you go. Again, 10 blade, not a 7. And we're gonna do her little bum bum area, well, her pee-pee area here. So I'm just gonna clean that out on one side, clean out on the other side. It always gets full of gunk. So you can use a clipper here, as long as you don't touch her little poopy hole here. I'm just gonna shave all around. I'm not gonna touch that, I'm just going next to it. There. And I usually do this with scissors. I'm just showing you that we can do it with a blade also, 10 blade. All right, so into the second shave here. Sit. Oh, she doesn't want me to hold her mouth. It's true. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had my hand around her chin and she let me know that that hurt. See, that's what I was saying about the mouth. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. You know, we get into the habit, we're always like used to moving and placing our hands specific ways, you know, every single day on every pup, and then special pups, you gotta be extra careful, and that's my bad. I'm sorry, honey. I'm so sorry, honey. I can't even imagine the pain that they have in their mouths, and it's like, it's too bad the vets can't do anything at this age. It's really too bad. There's gotta be a way to bring them relief, you know? These animals, they suffer in silence. So yeah, guys, at this point in time, it's April 25th for me at the time of this recording, and 2025, and this community is almost at 4,000 subscribers. And as promised, I am going to start the memberships. I'm going to start them. Hang on, honey. I'll go behind her ear. I'm going to start them as soon as I hit 4,000 members. So if you haven't yet, you can take the time to subscribe and become a part of the family. And yeah, I have many videos that I started recording actually. And the videos are, you know, just behind the scenes stuff, and behind the scenes for grooming, behind the scenes with just my life and you know, my work around the house, flowers, garden, art, music, this, you know, because I'm a musician, I want to share some of my music with you guys. And yeah, and all kinds of stuff, whatever happens, you know. Wait, we're gonna get this last foot in here. See, this is what happens when the nail gets long. See this, watch this, I'm gonna try to get in closer. When the nails get too long and they're, you know, and they get long, when the toe touches the table, the floor, whatever, the toe starts turning because the nail starts getting longer. And see how I cut her toenails, but she still has, I may be able to take some more of that nail off. She still has a crooked toe. It's turning in this way. Can I take a little more off? Just a little. Let's see. There. So I have to take a little more off. But the toe ends up, you know, the toe, ends up, the toenail is like this, and then the toe ends up turning this way or that way. And then even after you cut it, the toe stays turned. And no, that's not always very, very good for the toes, because that's got to be painful. So we did cut some off a while ago. I'm going to bring this right down to the table. And of course, like a while ago, she's going to want to sit. Let's cut this part here. We're going to cut more off. I'm just going to divide this in half. Okay. And I'm just going to flag this tail like that. It's okay to go short because, well, she might only be back in another 6 months, so we shall see. Okay, so this is going to be tough here because this little girl does not like me holding her face. So I'm going to do my best. I'm just going to go back around her ears. A while ago I did. I took some off, but I'm just going to do the same thing here again. Shorten it again. We want short ears because she doesn't come to the groomers very regularly. So the shorter we go, better shape she should be in when she comes back, which might be another 6 months. So we will see how that goes. Now I cannot give her a perfect face because this little girl does not like me touching her face, as mentioned. I will try to just get it cut nice and short. I'm kind of holding onto her skin here because, you know, like her little fat that she's got under there. Whoa, you're not seeing, sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to hold underneath the skin, like under her chin, because she won't let me touch her jaw. So let's cut all, I'm just cutting all anything that's hanging out from the ears, anything hanging out from the ears. And once again, as I always say, this is not competitive grooming. I take care of family pets. Okay, and some dogs just won't let you touch their faces, and they won't let you touch them. So you gotta just do what you can. I gotta try to get in there. Hang on. I'm gonna hold the little chin here. Can I do that? Are we okay with that, honey? Oh, bring that in closer here. I'm gonna try to just use my flats here. I call them flats, it's just straights, they're not flats. And then maybe, can I do this? Can I just use this one here? Because this is, all right, let's keep moving on. I'm just trying to get some, if you lift from the lip, you'll see there's these little hairs there that you don't want them to be, you don't want that to go in her mouth. Already she has really bad teeth, so you don't want the hairs rolling around the teeth. And that can cause rotting. She's already got rotting teeth, so it's not, you know, but I'm just saying you don't want to add extra problems there. Okay, guys. Here's Shanny's little face. Come on, if I let go of her, she's gonna want to turn. So I'm just trying to show you her face. So guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers here on my channel. Oh, I'm seeing a little things that I need to do here. And yes, and that it means 4,000 people. Sorry, I was just focused here. So yes, so this channel is about to hit 4,000 subscribers, and I will be starting memberships. Sorry for that noise. I'll be starting memberships, so like and subscribe, and I'm gonna show you the before and after, you know? All right, take care, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye!
Hey there, pet parents and grooming gurus. If you enjoyed my tail-wagging transformations and want more tips to keep your furry friends looking fabulous, just hit that subscribe button. Remember, every click helps spread the love and lathers of grooming joy. Subscribe now, and let's embark on this fluffy journey together.